Good evening, Southeast Texas. This is a very in-depth look at your forecast through the next 7 days. Going to be talking about things I don't normally have time to talk about, and hopefully you get a lot more out of this. Obviously, we saw a beautiful day. High temperatures today were in and around 90 degrees here in the Triangle, the lower 90s up in the Lakes area. And this is your weather headlines as we head through the next 7 days. So small chance of rain coming up tomorrow. May not happen at all, but looks like maybe isolated showers and storms. If that doesn't materialize, it's going to be hot, humid, and dry coming up on Friday. Over the weekend, we're going to see a ridge of high pressure in the upper levels kind of expand across the Lone Star State. So I'm not expecting any rain on Saturday. As the ridge starts to break down as we head towards Sunday, we may see a small chance of showers and storms Sunday late. Otherwise, scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected as we head towards late Memorial Day, and that'll kind of begin a process or a pattern of above normal rainfall, we think, as we work on into, say, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, as several disturbances will push through the area, and also a possible stalling front somewhere across Southeast Texas serves as a focus for shower and thunderstorm activity as we head towards Wednesday. As far as your allergy report, we'll have some good news on the weed pollen. It's down today, but still high levels of grass pollen and mold across Southeast Texas. Otherwise, for tomorrow, we're going to go with about 90 here in Beaumont, 89, 90, and maybe a 10% coverage. But as you can see, this is modeling here, modeling showing about 92 and also 10 to 20% coverage. Don't think we'll see that, but maybe an isolated late day storm possible with highs in the lower 90s. For the Lakes area, about 92. That's what you saw today. We'll go with partly cloudy skies and a southeast wind. I'm not expecting any rain. Modeling shows 10% coverage. I just don't see that happening. And it's possible you could get up to 93 coming up tomorrow afternoon. Regardless, we do expect partly cloudy skies throughout Southeast Texas, so no surprises as far as that goes. Now, looking at the broader picture, we are watching showers and storms up in the northwest Texas and the Red River Valley. That's pretty far away, but what we're going to be watching is that the clouds will be coming in from the west and northwest coming up later tonight. So the skies may become mostly cloudy at times, but certainly not expecting any rain or thunderstorm activity coming up tonight across Southeast Texas. So taking a look at Futurecast, it does show those high clouds coming on in from the northwest. You can see them up there towards the Lakes area and then enveloping all of Southeast Texas. This seems a little bit overdone, but as we head towards tomorrow morning, modeling shows mid-70s. I'm going to go about 70 up in the Lakes area, 69, 70, 71 up towards Jasper, Woodville, Kirbyville, Fredensburger, back up towards Burkeville. And we'll go with the mid-70s here in the Triangle. And those low temperatures will certainly be on the increase as we work on in towards Memorial Day. In fact, we could see low temperatures rising into the mid to upper 70s once again as those winds start really cranking up on Saturday, Sunday, and on into Memorial Day. Otherwise, after a mostly to partly cloudy morning, we'll see skies become more partly cloudy in the afternoon, and those clouds will scatter out. And again, upper 80s seems reasonable here in the Triangle, lower 90s in the Lakes area. And modeling does show some very isolated showers, maybe a late day thunderstorm. That is not out of the realm of possibilities. Most of us will see a dry, hot, humid, dry day coming up tomorrow afternoon, but one of the lucky ones may get one of those isolated showers or thunderstorms. Again, the chance at 10% or less across our area. So we got a break from the muggies, or at least the widespread amount of moisture that's been over in the atmosphere that's been over our area. A day or two ago, as that front kind of limped into Southeast Texas. Deep moisture's out in the Gulf, and that will be headed back on in through the next couple of days. So it will certainly have more to work with as far as the production of shower and thunderstorm activity. But on the backside of this, we'll be watching high pressure. Look at the clockwise swirl right there. That is a ridge of high pressure. See the ridge? That is a ridge of high pressure over the Lone Star State. And that usually gives us dry weather. That's not a very good H, is it? Usually gives us hot, dry, humid weather conditions over Southeast Texas, and that is probably going to happen coming up Saturday, maybe Sunday. So if this ridge is strong enough, we may not see anything Sunday. Right now, I'll go with 10 to 20% coverage just to cover bases should that ridge move out faster. But now, as we head on into early next week, Memorial Day and through the next several days, we'll be watching these what we call short waves. See this white line? A little bit of a kink there. Those are what we call short waves, and those are going to be moving through Sunday night, which could generate showers and storms. And see the disturbance over towards New Mexico? That's going to be headed our way too, across North Texas. And again, see these kinks in the contours? Those are short waves. And you can see the short wave right there with the disturbance shaded in red. That could produce showers and thunderstorms in our area late on Memorial Day and Memorial Day night, Monday night. And that's going to be the pattern as we see next week unfolding. These disturbances coming through every day, it seems like. The atmosphere is going to be uncapped, meaning it's going to be unstable. So we need something besides, we need something as far as an upper level disturbance to cause lift or a frontal boundary. Well, that probably not going to happen Monday or Tuesday. But as we head towards Wednesday, we may see a trough of low pressure try to bring us a front into our area, and that may generate scattered showers and thunderstorms. So on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at slightly choppy seas, 2 feet, and a southeast wind at 5 to 10 knots. Okay, so tonight, increasing cloudiness is expected across the area. So we'll go with about 70 in the lakes, 73 Buna, back over to Lumberton in the mid 70s here in the Triangles. Winds go calm. Could be a little bit of fog. I don't think it's going to be widespread as far as dense fog across our area. Then tomorrow, again, 10% coverage or less. Most of us will see partly cloudy, hot, humid, dry afternoon across southeast Texas with highs in the upper 80s to around 90 in the Triangle. Lower 90s up in the lakes area, about 92 over towards Buna and Votah, back over towards Deweyville and also towards Kuntz. So tomorrow, the heat index, so far it's not been terrible so far this season, but times we have seen triple-digit heat indices. Tomorrow I'm not expecting that, and so that's some good news there. If you're working outside for a living, it does look like we'll see another hot, humid afternoon with those heat indices into the mid-90s. So use caution, keep hydrated. You know the standard procedure. Okay, so on Friday, that 10% coverage may or may not happen, not a big chance. Looks like high temperatures around 90 degrees. Saturday, the ridge of high pressure will be over our area. So I'm not expecting any shower and thunderstorm activity coming up on Saturday. Look at the lows starting to really rise on Saturday and Sunday through the weekend. And that's because the winds will start really increasing across the area as low pressure develops in the lee side of the Rockies. So Sunday, kind of an iffy 20% coverage. And again, may not see that much. I think if you got plans outdoors, I'd go full throttle coming up Saturday and Sunday, probably on Memorial Day, the way things are looking at right now. Notice the temperatures start cooling a bit as we head towards Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday of next week as we get more moisture, more clouds, and as we head on into, say, Wednesday, Tuesday night and Wednesday, we may see a weak front try to sneak into the area, stall somewhere across our area, and that could focus shower and thunderstorm activity, give us a better chance on Wednesday. But last night, I showed for Memorial Day the European model. Remember this? It had widespread washout conditions up in the lakes area. Look how it flip-flops. That's what a deterministic model goes and shows. That's why we use ensemble modeling for the most part. So I'm not surprised by the European flip-flopping. It's always a wet model across our area. It always overproduces too much rainfall. The GFS yesterday had nothing, and the latest run does show late day some scattered showers and storms. I like that. I like that as far as the pattern and also the timing of it. So as we head towards Memorial Day, I will go with 20, or I should say 50% coverage. This is towards after 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you got any plans on Memorial Day, the first half of the day looks pretty good according to what I'm seeing. So we'll go to 30 to 50% coverage of late day shower and thunderstorm activity and partly sunny skies across southeast Texas with temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. And it's going to be a breezy, hot, humid day across the area. And again, that rain chance may really increase coming up Monday night. I have a funny feeling that we may see, 50, 60% coverage up in the lakes area Monday night. and scattered activity coming up on Thursday. As you can see, those temperatures are really knocked down. Instead of the lower 90s, we'll start to see the highs coming down into the mid to upper 80s. And with the front somewhere across East Texas, it looks like that could serve as a focus for showers and storms. Surprises are always possible in this kind of setup as you get hard to track upper level disturbances moving from southwest to northeast across our area. So any one of these days you could double what you're seeing here. So we'll go with a 50% coverage at this point coming up on Wednesday. And again, the front will be in the neighborhood. And again, it may be another day of focused shower and thunderstorm activity coming up on Thursday. So that's what we're looking at right now. Look at those lows coming on down. Could be closer to the upper 60s to near 72, depending on where that front sets up as we head towards Thursday of next week. So that's where we're at right now. Let me kind of just fast forward through this again and kind of explain some things once again. Tomorrow, it looks like a hot, humid, dry afternoon. High should be around 90 here in the triangle. This particular model is showing the lower 90s and a 20% coverage. We'll just go with the 10% coverage. And then tomorrow in the lakes area, again, your hour-by-hour forecast, 92 in the lakes is what we're going with. It looks dry up that way with partly cloudy skies. And again, modeling wants to generate high temperatures in the 93-degree range. Modeling's been too hot so far this season by 1, 2, 3 degrees each afternoon. So we'll go with about 92 up in the lakes area. And again, clouds will be on the increase coming in from the northwest due to thunderstorms, distant thunderstorms off towards the north and west. So increasing cloudiness will be the call as we work on into overnight and tomorrow morning. And again, I think we're going to see about 70 in the lakes and in the mid 70s into the triangle. Then tomorrow, skies will become partly cloudy. It's going to be hot, humid, and mainly dry, but can't rule out 1 or 2 isolated late afternoon and evening showers and storms across the area. But the big story, besides the moisture returning across southeast Texas, that's what all that green means. Okay, let me back up and show you that again. As we do see the brown, which is dry air, West Texas, dry air. That's what the brown means. The green is moisture. And as you can see on your scale, it's a lot of it out in the Gulf. And that, at least the amount of moisture, is going to be increasing across our area over the next few days as we get high pressure. This high, you can see the flow right there. That is high pressure. This ridge of high pressure means dry weather coming up Saturday. And it may mean that coming up on Sunday also. But again, we're going to be watching a series of disturbances. You can see them right there. See the dip right there? That is a disturbance coming in late day, Monday night into Tuesday. So scattered showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast late day on Memorial Day and again on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week as we may see a front stall across our area. Otherwise, tonight about 70 in the lakes and the mid 70s in the triangle. Some increase in cloud cover is expected from those distant thunderstorms out in West Texas coming across our area and patchy fog. Winds are expected to be south and southeast. Will be going calm towards tomorrow, helping to produce that fog. Tomorrow, we expect high temperatures upper 80s to around 90 in the triangle, lower 90s in the lakes area. Again, very isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, not a big chance across the area, just hot, humid, and mainly dry as those heat indices in the mid 90s coming up tomorrow afternoon as far as the heat index. All right, so once again, real quickly, as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, looks mainly dry Friday and Saturday and possibly Sunday with very little chance of rain and thunderstorm activity. The big question, and a lot of people have plans coming up on Monday, is when does the rain arrive? We think it's going to be late day and maybe Monday night is when we see it trying to come in and sneak in from the north as a series of disturbances come on in, and that will mean